Hey everybody, welcome to Hope Something 6. I'm Burt.
I'm Matt.
And today we're going to be talking about more things.
Yes, the stuff and the things.
So I kind of wanted to start off with football, because I was actually having a spirited argument with two different Georgia fans on YouTube. So I watch... There's a few YouTube channels that are dedicated to college football. There's this one channel called Late Kick that's associated with 24/7 Sports. They're not bad. This guy, what's his name, Josh or John or something? I don't know. This really white bread guy, but he's okay.
Okay.
He had a video kind of just comparing the programs of UF and Georgia. And he basically made it sound like a foregone conclusion that their quarterback situation is going to be better than ours. And I commented, it's well, that's not necessarily true. If Emory Jones really practices with the receivers a lot in the offseason, he could be pretty dangerous. And basically saying that, that JT Daniels is still fairly unproven. Because I looked at, they started him right after they played us. And they didn't really play anyone particularly good.
Mm-hmm.
This one dude arguing said, "Well, they beat Cincinnati. We beat Cincinnati.
Oh wow!
And they were, in the bowl game. They were ranked 8. It's all right, who did Cincinnati play? And I saw their highest ranked opponent, when they played them, was SMU, ranked 16. So,
boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
And then he's like, well, no, they played Tulsa. They were ranked 24.
Gosh. Yeah, well, Florida got creamed after half our team got COVID.
/ opted out because this game was worthless.
And also opted out for COVID, yes.
But that he was saying, he had this really circular logic, how. Also, I want to preface it that there was a lot of spelling grammatical mistakes from these Georgia fans.
Oh, jeez, that's it then. Let me tell you that's an endemic problem. We could talk about that in depth. That's a whole other podcast, really.
Yeah, this really circular logic. It's no, we're good because, Cincinnati's good. It's well, how do you know Cincinnati's good? They just played in this group of 5 crap league, and they just, they got basically sympathy rankings from the powers that be. It's no, because they were winning it was 21-9 into the 4th quarter against us, and then we eventually won.
Whoa.
It's so you're saying you're good because you beat Cincinnati, and they're good because they almost beat you.
Oh.
That was basically the rationale he gave me at the end.
His logic is undeniable.
Yeah. You might want another data point or two, dude. Then what was the other guy? This other dude who has a Georgia Bulldog logo as his avatar. Oh yeah, man, this was great. His first comment when I was just saying, and I didn't even say that Daniels is gonna be bad. I'm just saying the thing I said is it's not a foregone conclusion that JT Daniels is gonna be better than Emory Jones. It's, we have to see after this off season what they do in the fall.
Is JT Daniels a senior or?
I think he's a junior. He was in, I think, USC. He was in some Pac-12. He was a 5-star prospect.
Oh.
He transferred to Georgia while he was injured. He wasn't ready to go in the beginning of the season.
Okay.
And so they used this walk-on Stetson Bennett for longer than they needed to. I don't know. They could have played Daniels against us. He was cleared, but they didn't. Then they lost, and then they put in Daniels. And they've won every game since then. But I was just saying, you beat nobody. like you play in the SEC East. You play, there's Florida. There's, you already played us, Alabama, and I think whatever. No, yeah, us and Alabama. Those are the only two teams that were like any good. Then it's like, oh well, you beat Mississippi State, who's fucking garbage. They didn't like, and I think maybe Tennessee or something. And then Cincy at the end, who they barely beat in the bowl game. So anyway, this is what he told me. So, well, with Stetson Bennett, he didn't even spell Bennett right. We were the only team that has a lead against Bama, and we haven't seen Emory Jones throw the football yet. You should put a comment there. Yet he's only just ran, and even with a fifth-string QB, we were up 14-0 against Florida. Just imagine how well we'll do with JT Daniels, and also you're losing your best three receivers, and you have no defense and no running game. So,
and your kicks are old. Got it.
Yeah, like very, like he's like just taking like little snippets that sound good. It's like yeah, we were the only ones who were beating Alabama at some point. Yeah, we were the only ones who were in one possession of beating them.
Yeah,
like at the end.
Right.
Isn't that what kind of matters more?
So we both lost, but you lost better. Okay.
Yeah, and that said we were beating you in the beginning.
Okay.
14-0.
Yeah, why is that even worthy of mention? Hardly worthy of...
That's all he's got for last season.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you lost. You lost all the big games, and then you won all the shitty games after.
Good stuff, guy. Thanks.
Yeah.
You gotta step your game up. Well, you need a better person to argue with.
Well, it's not exactly.
It's like, did you win the argument against me, or did you win the oh wow, your record's really good, Burt. You won the argument against that guy. But that guy won the argument against... Anybody? Has he won how many arguments has this guy won?
I haven't looked into this guy's history.
We need to get his record up.
Hey, I can only control myself, not the opponent in front of me.
Truly.
It's not like I was looking for a fucking fight. I was just...
Oh yeah, you were. You and your freedom of speech. Here come the consequences.
Well, I thought I put up some pretty good comments in here. It's like, I think you forgot Daniels threw almost 400 yards on a top 10 Cincinnati defense.
I think that's
his. I think you forgot Cincy's toughest game up until that point was SMU.
Daniels has thrown the ball significantly more amount of tosses. Let me try actually putting a sentence together. Hang on. JT Daniels has thrown the ball. Emory Jones has thrown it all of maybe a dozen times. I think that's it. I think that's his point. If I can somehow learn Georgian in a minute here.
Sure.
It's a point.
He said that it is a point, and I don't dispute that. I'm just saying if he practices a lot in the offseason with his receivers, he could have a good passing game, and we know he's a really good rusher. He could be really dangerous. That's it.
Truly.
That was my point.
I don't think they're going to run him nearly. Do you think they're going to stick with there's no way they're going to stick with the same kind of game plan. Because Emory Jones has only ever used like third down situations where they just run him. Is he going to be Tebow 2.0, where they actually utilize him that often in the run game?
I don't know if they're going to utilize him that often because he's not Tebow. The guy behind him is Tebow because he's not as big as Tebow was. So Tebow was like a fullback.
Yeah.
And this guy's more of like a quick running back. He's not I don't think he can take hits quite as much as Tebow could. just from his body type. I think they'll run it a lot more, and I think what they'll do now, I think the running game will be better because they didn't even try to have a running game because like the best defense in the country could go eight deep every single play and you still score a shit ton of points. Like why would you even bother for a running game if you were that good at passing? Like you were that fucking good.
Yeah, it was something else last year.
Yeah. Now, so the one thing that Pitts is not like really good at is blocking. He didn't need to be because he was awesome at everything else. But the tight ends we have, now that we're gonna actually use are much better blockers than he was. We've got him and a running quarterback. That's potentially like two more blockers to assist with the offensive line. You have a better running game that way.
It's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens.
Yeah.
What's the name of the backup quarterback for us?
His last name's Richardson. I keep forgetting his first name.
All right.
So he seems like he's going to be good, and he's also like a dual threat quarterback, but he's big, like Tebow was.
Yeah, they're going to have to spritz him in there to get him some experience because this is Emery's last year, right?
No, he could. Let's see. He could do another year if you want.
Oh shit! Interesting. It feels like Emery has been the backup quarterback for quite a while. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very, very excited.
I think he's going into his fourth year, and he redshirted 1 year. So I think he could actually, if he wanted to, stay for 3 years because he got that. Everyone has that blanket extra year of eligibility after the COVID season.
Gotcha.
So he could stay 3 seasons.
Oh, I didn't know they did that for everybody. It's nice of them, I guess.
Yeah.
That's good for all the players that aren't going to make it to the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Even a lot of the guys that aren't going to make it to the NFL. One more year in the sun. Oh God, my fucking knee! Why did I stay that extra year? Ah! Damn you, COVID!
That's all right. You can fall back on your major of communications.
Oh God!
Oh God! I know it is phony, Major.
Oh.
I learned nothing.
Oh boy! Good luck selling insurance in your hometown. Ugh.
Yeah.
Pay you. Might as well.
Yeah, but segueing into the NFL, it should be an interesting draft for the Dolphins anyway. I was looking at all the picks. This definitely doesn't seem to be Chicago's year for the draft.
No. Let me see here. I already gave my analysis to my father. I think it was something along the lines of, we still are shit.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What does he want to do? Oh my God, it's just text. It's just... He might as well write a book.
Sure.
He could write a book every single draft, and it'd be the same damn thing. We really need an offensive tackle. Like, Dad, that ain't gonna do it. What we need to do is kill Virginia McCaskey. And here's my plan for that. We're going to kidnap her. Then we're going to hold her hostage. She's the owner. She's like the great-granddaughter of George Halas, the guy who invented the team and gave the Packers a loan so that the Bears would have somebody to play back in the 20s. Like, he invented that rivalry.
That's funny.
Yeah, he thought so. He thought it was even funnier to not pay his players anything. He was real good at that.
But yeah, the Dolphins got 2 picks in the first round, 2 picks in the second round, 2 picks in the sixth round, and just missing I think 2 picks in two of the later rounds, like 4th or 5th or something like that. So,
first round. Really, how's that looking? A lot of quarterbacks, aren't there?
Yeah. So that's why I hope we might be able to get Pitts, because we got the 6th overall pick. The first three picks are definitely going to be quarterbacks. And so the Dolphins are playing this pretty smart, because as far as they're concerned, they have really the 4th pick. No, not the 4th pick. They have the 6th pick, 3rd pick, because there's no way they're taking a quarterback, because they got that quarterback in Tua last year, and the Jets, the Jaguars, and the whoever the fucks, they're all taking quarterbacks. Then it's just Atlanta and the 4th pick, where they might trade it away. And then the Bengals with the 5th pick. So hopefully,
it would be exciting if you picked up Pitts, but I never agree with that strategy of a first rounder used on a wide receiver, or actually he's a tight end.
He's a tight end.
That's insane.
Yeah, but he's like the best tight end. He's like a generational. I mean, if you can get a generational player.
Generational? What are you talking about? Once in a generation? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's a pretty bold statement. Now, Pitts is good, but not everybody translates to the NFL.
That's true, but I mean, I don't know.
We shall see.
I think he'll be good.
Well, are the Dolphins going to be smart enough with this? Because they are. I don't even know who the head coach is. Who the hell's running the Dolphins nowadays? Are they doing it by lottery now?
Uncle Jimbo.
Rip off the tag of a McDonald's cup. Holy shit, I'm the head coach now. Ah, shit, I'm the head coach now. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. Gotta show up.
Yeah, it's like jury duty. You just get a letter.
Ugh. Gotta call off work. Why? Head coaching gig. Damn it!
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Brian Florals.
Brian. Okay, whatever.
Let's see. He played for Boston College.
Hey.
All right, let's see. Okay, here's his resume. 2008 to 2009, Patriots special teams assistant, assistant offense and special teams coach. 2010 for the Patriots. Okay, so he was the linebackers coach for the. Yeah, he kept getting promoted in the Patriots up to looks like defensive coordinator in 2018, and then in 2019 became the Dolphins head coach.
Gotcha.
So not bad.
Oh, that means he was the head coach when they beat the Bears. I think that was. When the hell was that? It was devastating. We should have won that game. We were good that year.
Miami's just missing a few pieces to be good. Need a little bit better offensive line and one or two really elite weapons on offense, which Pitts could be one of those. So I think should get Pitts if he's available, and then the best offensive lineman you can get if you're second first round pick. And
but that means is he still going to have Fitz magic? Is that still going on?
No, Fitzgerald's gone.
No.
Yeah, now he's starting somewhere else.
That's understandable. He's still got at least maybe a year. He's usually good for like the first 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually really good for the first 5 games, so keep that in your... That's a little fantasy football tip. Wink.
Yeah, now he's playing at Washington.
That's understandable. They are in tatters. Can't even get their name right.
Yep. He brought his beard with him.
Oh, hell yeah. That beard alone is worth 2 games.
Yeah.
So who the hell's throwing the ball down there?
In Washington?
No. In Dolphin Land. Is Pitts just going to throw it really hard and Nelson that shit back to himself?
No, man. They picked up Tua last year.
Oh. How's that working out?
Not bad.
Alright. Be interesting to see. I am continually depressed by the Bears' quarterback situation and their terrible choices.
Yeah, that was a real head scratcher when they traded up for Trubisky.
And you know what? He wasn't even that bad. It seemed like he was on the right path, and it seemed like everything was going good, and then it just fell off the rails. It just, I don't know. It just went sideways. His development just did not take off like it seemed like it was. It was heading in the right direction. I don't know what the hell happened. But he just started sucking really bad. Just the accuracy went into the toilet. I don't know what they threw too many plays at him. He can't remember where to throw the fucking thing or how to throw the thing. It's like that episode of Married with Children where Bud teaches his sister, who's a fucking complete ditz, a bunch of smart stuff. But then he's like, well, we had to make some sacrifices. And then the doorbell rings and she's like, what the hell's that? I don't know. I don't know what happened, Mitch. Then they brought in Foles, but then they didn't start him right away, and then that's just gonna fuck with a young quarterback's head. It's like, oh, is it my job? Oh, is it not my job? So now it's became a leader. Yeah. Then it just became a whole leadership quagmire, and now we're stuck with who's the fucking guy we just grabbed? I don't even remember.
What? At QB? Dalton?
That's right. Big Ginge. Coming on home.
the Ginger Journeyman.
Oh my god. Here we go. Oh my god. Yeah.
You guys are all set.
Oh my god. What a fucking waste of time. Why do we hate ourselves? This is so bad. It's been a while since we've had a quarterback where I was just like, ugh. Well, not a while. I mean, like 2 years. I was fine with the Nick Foles thing. I was fine with the Trubisky, kind of. I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't know who the fuck he was, but I was whatever. Let's see what happens. He's a young guy. They saw something in him.
I guess, but they traded up for a guy that no one's ever heard of. Like, you didn't need to do that. Like, you could have just waited,
the trade up.
The
trade up.
3 more picks.
Yeah,
the trade up was stupid. No one was gonna fucking take him.
Yeah, to get the guy that no one's talking about, that only Matt Nagy was hearing about around the water cooler. Yeah, really, Andy fucking Dalton. What a waste of time. That's the worst deal I've heard of since I heard they were going to give Mike Glennon $32 million. You know what Mike Glennon is doing nowadays? He's back in his hometown selling insurance. Or he's warming somebody's bench for the league minimum. $32 million in 4 years for Mike fucking Glennon. God. It's like somebody's getting paid for how much of a crazy contract. It's like they're getting a percentage of the contracts that they give these quarterbacks. Malfeasance.
Maybe.
Which is Chicago, so I mean, it's Chicago. Just assume that it's there. Yeah. I don't even know. I think Dalton's gonna throw to Trubisky. Trubisky's gonna throw it back to Dalton, and then they're gonna play hot potato in the backfield for a minute. And that's going to be our offense, is the defense going, what? And then maybe somebody slips by. I can't even give you the name of a wide receiver right now. We keep losing we lost Cordarrelle. Which he wasn't exactly going to be the savior of the team anyway. Not looking good.
No.
Not looking that great.
I mean,
watch us win the fucking Super Bowl.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be. It really would be. I hope they just rub it in my face like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Suck at this guy.
Yeah. Dalton. It was Dalton. He brought us all together.
Yeah, Dalton's the guy to bring us all together. Give me a fucking break. Even I'm not that delusional.
Yeah, I don't know why he even fucking really Dalton's better than Trubisky in any meaningful way.
Whatever. The problem with doing that is that shit costs money. This fucking guy's a famous name. Even if he's a journeyman, he's still going to pull down way more money than... Why don't they just...
Than he's worth for a 1-year contract.
Anybody
else?
Does anybody else have any ideas? Anybody else want to throw the ball today?
Yeah,
dude, make Khalil Mack do it. I don't give a shit. Maybe. I mean, you know what? Tariq Cohen can actually throw the ball. How about that? He actually had a couple of passes. Oh man.
Could have offered Fitzpatrick $5 more than Washington was giving to him to get that beard at least.
Yeah, really. At least then we'd have somebody with a beard.
Yeah.
You ain't got a beard in Chicago. That's really Mitch's big problem. He can't grow a proper beard.
Yeah.
It comes in all patches.
Then you're fucked. And your brain's gonna freeze. It's not gonna work right.
Dude, people gotta look at you and imbue you with their energy.
You gotta get that fur going, yeah.
So that's what their draft strategy should be. Who can grow a beard? And how quickly can you do it?
Well, you might want to draft, what's his name, from Florida?
Emory Jones.
No.
Just pull him out now.
That's a little off. Brett Heggie. That's a big dude who could grow a beard.
At this point, I'm fine with somebody who can just consistently throw the ball 10 yards. Let's go back to the Alex Jones days. You know, that's a. Was it? Wait, was it not Alex Jones? What the fuck was his name? He was the guy. He was the quarterback in Kansas City for years, and he could only throw it 10 yards. But he was the most efficient passer at 10 yards.
Well, you probably could get Trask if you wanted to.
It's fine with me.
Probably be available. Yeah. Well, yeah, it should be.
Send that energy to the GM's office, dude. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't think they do anything all day. They just sit around, throw a dart. They chop the head off the chicken, throw it on the big board, play the kazoo. Hey, all right. How about this guy? At this point, I'm more interested in the Chicago Red Stars, Chicago's women's soccer team. I think they'll be doing a lot better.
Than the Bears, or than them?
Better for my psyche and my heart. Bears they've hurt me too much. This is an abusive relationship. I keep loving them and loving them and loving them, and what do I get? Pain.
Yeah, you could probably get Trask in the 52nd pick. Probably be available.
Maybe we should. So you're saying we should have to trade up one? Got
it. trade up to the third pick.
We got to get him at. We got to get him at 4. We got to get him. We got to get him. Guys. Got to get him. All we had to do was sell some of the advertising rights to Soldier Field. We are now Tinder Field.
We just have to sell our first 2 picks of the next draft.
2 picks? We got to go full Ditka on this. Just go 13 picks.
13. We're not gonna draft anyone for the next
8 seasons.
2 years.
Oh, okay. Well, wow, we can only 2 years? That's great. All right. That's good. It's good. It's good. Is this a good deal? Is this a good deal? Is this a good deal? I don't know. Terrible. There's nobody in the room to say, this is awful.
Yeah. So, let's see.
We need to segue to something else. This is pissing me off.
Alright. Let's see. Well, the Jets have the second pick, so they'll pick some...
Jets. Thank you.
Yeah. They suck even more. They keep wasting their picks on quarterbacks.
Yeah, they really are the only team that makes me feel better about watching the NFL. Because I'm like, well, at least I know there's a team that is more dysfunctional than the Bears somehow.
It's the Jets, the death of many of the career of USC quarterbacks.
Yes. Oh, they're going back to the West Coast, do you think?
No, I don't think so. Who the fuck? They're picking a quarterback for sure, though. No, no, you know what I think they're taking? I think they're taking, what is his name? Trey Lance or something from BYU.
Here we go.
He kind of looks like Trubisky 2.0.
All right. In future news, I'll be making a lot of money betting against the Jets. We'll have a running thing. I'm gonna bet $50 every week against the Jets. I'll tell you how much money I make at the end of the season. Well, you'll know. Because it's gonna be a public bet. It's gonna be consistent. Every single game. I'm gonna bet the Jets don't win a single game this year. Well, we'll go off the points. We'll have to take a look at the spread every week. If it's like horrendous, then yeah, I'll pick yes or no on the Jets. Because that shit's legal in Illinois. Is the sports betting legal out in Arizona yet?
I don't know.
Wait, I gotta open up a different bank account. I just remembered.
I kind of think no. Well, maybe. I don't know. Because I know like a few people from my work went to Vegas to bet on March Madness. Like, they might just want to go because that's just like the tradition. But
okay.
But I don't know. I really don't know. So, anyway.
Yeah. If I make some money on that, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, unless you had anything else on football, could switch gears a little bit.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was 45 minutes of football, almost. So, Passover ended last week. Yeah, last weekend. And what we usually do is get, like, a big pizza the night that it ends.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to order a pizza, and I noticed that none of the, pizza places were open. I was like, well, what the fuck? And I realized, oh, god damn it, it's Easter. Fuck!
Yep.
No Italians are working on Easter. Fucked by Easter.
Yep. Couldn't put any shrooms on it. I like that segue.
Pretty great.
Sorry, I got two things on my conversation list. Okay, one is shrooms. The other is a home buying program. I figured the shroom talk would be a little bit more interesting.
I guess definitely much more informative.
Yeah, truly.
All right, kids. Now, if you want to grow your own shrooms.
Well, only for microscopy use only. Microscopy? Microscopy use only. Research. You can only use it for research. Anyway, I found something called Golden Teacher. So I'll be totally researching how much my balls trip. in about 4 to 6 weeks. It was actually surprisingly easy to find spores online. All you have to do is, I literally Googled it, and then it was like a few links that you have to kind of follow because they all kind of use coded language. So what you end up buying is a T-shirt. You just buy a T-shirt, and then you receive your T-shirt in the mail. And that's it.
Did you get your T-shirt in the mail yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's a little spore print, a little piece of tinfoil, actually. I probably should actually open it up and make sure I actually received shrooms.
Yeah, I should check to make sure it's not an actual T-shirt.
No, I'm looking at it. It's a tiny little spore print. A spore print is literally just a little cross-section of a larger mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can not spill this everywhere. This is the big reveal, everybody. Revealing via radio. Unfold my tinfoil here. It's about 1 inch square. And it's very well folded up, that's for sure. Oh, found it. Oh my god, this thing is so fucking thin. Wow. This is like some smudge action. It just looks like a bunch of dirt on a piece of tinfoil. They gave me so little. If I didn't know what was in here, I would have called this garbage. Wow, that's impressive. And I was supposed to get something out of this. Alright, we'll see. Kind of feels like I got ripped off there for $50. I'll let you know how this goes. See if anything actually grows out of this. It literally just looks like some mold blasted onto a very small piece of tinfoil. So that's going to have to get shaked off into a sterilized jar. My grow kit should show up next week. Shout out to happylittlefunguy.com.
Oh, speaking of shouting out, but besides that, that dude I mentioned earlier, for anyone who wants to be interested in YouTube videos about college and pro football, this dude Todd Billin is actually pretty fucking awesome. He goes into like analysis of like route running and actually kind of breaks down the plays and stuff. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Tight.
Top Billin. That's Top Billin without a G.
Top Billin. We got away from the football talk and you had to come screaming right back to it.
Yeah, sorry. I did.
Speaking of segueing, let's have some circular segues right back to football. Is that what I'm talking about? Yeah! All right.
Let's segue back.
You know what football players don't have to worry about? Closing costs.
Really? Do tell, Matt.
Well, the NACA program, the National Association of, I don't remember what it stands for, offers, it's NACA, no down payment, no closing costs, and then 30-year and 15-year mortgages. Fixed rate. No adjustable bullshit here. It's fucking great. All you gotta do is go to like a few workshops, give them like 8 million years of pay stubs to say, hey, look at me, I'm a human and I pay my bills. And then boom, you're in a fucking under 3% mortgage.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, he says. No closing costs and down payment is tens of thousands of dollars. And they have an option for potentially a multifamily home purchase. So, here's my pitch. You give me $50,000. Or less, or something. I don't know. We find a multifamily home. Well, actually, you don't have to put anything down if there's no down payment. If there's down payment assistance, I got to work out the plans of my pitch a little bit better. Point is, you could do what's called home hacking and live in the house that you buy and let the other tenants on the second or third floors essentially pay the mortgage off, and you're living rent free. What do you think of that?
Pretty good. It's what, well, it's not exactly, but it's kind of what Danny's trying to do.
Perfect. Alright, so let's schedule this for when I actually remember my recording equipment. So that Danny can actually be on the podcast. Apologies to everybody who was very excited to have Danny as a regular occurrence. I fucked that up. By not being ready. So he's trying to do it down in Florida?
Well, so he bought a condo in around St. Augustine, and now he's renting that out. So, I mean, he's already got a place he's renting out, and then he bought a place in Gainesville.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's a little different than this program.
I know it's different. I said it wasn't exactly the same.
Yeah, no.
You're not actually living with the people who are just paying for the whole thing.
Right. Plus, there's a stipulation that says you can't own multiple homes.
Oh, I guess just don't tell them about the other ones.
They're bankers. They're gonna find out. They find out everything. They know everything. They know too much. Well, I'd hate to cut this podcast short/long, but my internet guy is going to be here in potentially 20 minutes, 26 minutes to 2 hours and 26 minutes from now. So, I have to be ready for that.
Exciting, yeah, no.
It is terribly exciting.
Maybe, once you do that, start your Call of Duty update, which will inevitably be there and take fucking forever.
Heard that.
Yeah, then maybe we can play some this weekend.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Nice. Alright, yep. So we'll close out. Yeah. So you can write us in at help76@gmail.com. You know, whatever questions or comments you have. You could say, please stop talking about the goddamn Florida Gators. Only you guys get
Or, if you want to hear more of that for some reason, by all means, let us know. If you want to hear more about how the shrooms are going, we could do that too.
Yeah.
Want
a whole bunch of...
Want us to follow your Twitter feed and shoot you insults like the fucking Wendy's guy? No problem. Our roasts could be dirty.
Everyone that listens loves shrooms, loves growing shrooms, and loves the Gators.
Sounds like a win-win.
It's a niche market, I know, but very loyal.
There's something for everybody, all right?
Yep. All right, well, until next time, everybody.
Peace out.